ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Keene State College Volleyball, live from the Spalding Gym on the campus of Keene State College here in beautiful Keene, New Hampshire. It is the home opener for the Owls and the season opener for the Bears of Bridgewater State. Bridgewater State 0-0, but coming off an NCAA tournament appearance last year. The Owls 2-1 after opening the year this past weekend at the Springfield College Invitational. They defeated Rivier University and Westfield State University before falling to Skidmore College. Small serve, and that will go down out of play. Not sure if we're going to categorize that as an ace. I think we might. But Small will serve again. 1-0 for the Owls. Miller, and this is Small, back for Frazier, and that will go off the fingertips of Fredrickson. Batista to serve. Ryan digs it out. This is Harkins for Bartels. And that was powerfully done off the fingertips of Fredrickson. Stake to Harkins and Bartels off the tips of Welch. And blocked at the net. Well done there by Catherine Taylor. And a little help from Sarah Bartels at the net. Frazier for Small. Back for Stake. And that one will go down. Tied yet again. Serve there from Welch. That's Miller for Harkins and back for Stake. Excellent placement there by Stake, by Miller. For Harkins, back for Miller. Well done there. As Baptista unable to deal with that, that's Ryan. Small for Taylor. And all of a sudden the Owls have a 4-point lead, 19-15.
Just a bad reception.
It's Ryan, and Small leaves it for Miller. That'll go off the fingertips of Welch. That was Genasia Brandau in the game for the first time. This is Ryan. And over by Frazier. Excellent play by Colleen Frazier. Fredrickson. That is Miller, Small, and now Stake. And that deflected off Bridgewater State. And that was a tremendous block at the net by Annalise Rudberg and Gigi Stake in this set. And not right there, though. She will serve it out of bounds. And that's excellent serving there by Lexi Small. That was too hot to handle. That is Christian with the dig. That's Lauren Bender in the game and Colleen Frazier. So we did get confirmation that when the ball hit the hoop, that was a non-point. So the score is now 15-3 off that last one. That's Gowell at the net. Bridgewater State is threatening for this second set here into a runaway.
Dial in.
Welch with the serve. That's handled by Christian. Harkins to set for Bartels. Blocked at the net, out of bounds. That will be a point for the Owls. And Harkins to set it for Bartels. Kept alive by Baptista. And they said that did go off her hand. That is Baptista. Robinson to set for Crane. Blocked at the net there by Miller. Small to set for Frazier. Crane, Robinson, and over by Welch. And that will do it. Bridgewater State takes set 2 in dominant fashion. They win that one 25-9. Her serve there, that's Miller. Small and over by Stake, kept alive. That's Ryan. Small again for Miller. And that's down for a point.
Hopefully Harkins can continue this.
Yeah, I think you spoke it right into existence there. An excellent serve by Harkins. That took Crane by surprise. This is Ryan and Harkins and Rudberg. Baptista, that'll go out of bounds. Again, that's Ryan, Harkins, and Rudberg. And a point for the Owls. Rudberg, one of the captains. You mentioned senior leadership earlier. That is Crane. Fredrickson up for Crane. Blocked at the net by Taylor and Bartels. Taylor Sullivan up by Gigi Stake and down by Colleen Frazier, up by Robinson. Baptista. And blocked at the net by Taylor, kept alive. But that will go out of bounds. Small to serve. That's an excellent serve right there. You talk about knuckle and pace. Baptista. And fired down by Miller. That's a serve. That is Small and Stake. And the side judge says that was in. I think I agree with him. We are tied at 16. That is Stake. Small over for Rudberg. Kept alive. And that's out of bounds, a point for the Owls. Frederickson and Welch, Rudberg, Harkins, and Miller. That's a good hustle play there by Crane, but you can't do anything with it. Ryan, Harkins, and Bartels. And kept alive there by Welch, over by Crane. State, Harkins for Rudberg, off the tips, the fingertips of Mariah Baptista. Owls lead it 22-20. Crane, and that's over and down by Taylor. Almost no resistance there. That might be the simplest point Katie Taylor will score in her life. This is Harkins and Bartels. Baptista, Robinson. And that's over by Harkins. And that will go out of bounds. That will do it. Keene State takes set 3, 25-21. They lead it 2-1.
Unfortunately, it seems like her team hasn't really done a lot to help her so far, this set at least.
Miller again, off the fingertips of Crane. And down there by Katie Taylor, and the Owls have their first point. It is true. As Baptista, and that's hit into the bottom of the net.
The errors.
That's Ryan. And down by Taylor. Crane unable to handle it. State. And Small. And down by Rudberg. Point for the Owls. Ryan. And Harkins leaves it for Rudberg. That takes a deflection off Welch.
Keeping the game close, they'll be all right.
It's a nice serve there by Annalise Rudberg. That is Frazier, Small to set. And that's down. I believe that was Taylor.
I think so, yep. That's a textbook play there from Keene State.
And that will go off the top of the net and out of bounds. Point for the Owls. Stake, Small, Miller again. And that's why I commentate on games instead of trying to play them, but that is a point for the Owls. Ryan to serve. And that's off the fingertips of Ava Crane. And the Owls inch ever closer. Crane, Robinson. Met at the net by Rudberg. That's over by Kutu. Ryan. And hammered down by Rudberg. She is fired up. And another fine serve there. Delia Ryan has served 4 straight points, and the Owls are within 1. Crane up by Miller. And over by Stake, that is Welch to Frederickson. She takes it over herself. That's Miller, Rudberg, and now Miller again. And that will be in 24-18. And now Rudberg to serve into the net, and that will do it. So the Bears win the 4th set. We are tied at 2. Small will serve right between Crane and Baptista. That is a positive sign for the Owls. For Small and over by Miller. That's Baptista for Robinson. She tries to put it over herself. Miller, Frazier, Crane, Robinson. Locked at the net on Welch.
Well done there by Colleen Frazier. She's fired up after that one.
Robinson. Welch again off the face of Ryan. And that will be a point for the Owls.
Wow.
We've talked all night about lucky breaks, and Keene State hasn't gotten any. They got one right there.
I mean, she couldn't do that again if she tried another 100 times.
Stopped at the net by Harkins. Bridgewater State has now opened up a 2-point lead. Miller and Harkins, and down by Rudberg. The captain fires them up. Frederickson and Baptista, and met at the net. Starks tried to read it over. Katie Taylor said, "Not in my house." And we are tied at 8. Ryan, Frazier, down for a point. That one probably not hit the way Colleen Frazier meant to hit it, but it hit off the top of the net. That's Ryan, Small, Taylor, Stake, Small again, Frazier, Crane for Robinson, and Gowell, and that is it. Bridgewater State rallies from a 2-1 set deficit to win this in 5 sets.